Okay, I'm going to talk to you about Bitcoin and clones of Bitcoin, because it seems like there's like waves that come to me over. It's been quite a long time. It's been years and years since I first heard about Bitcoin, and somebody I knew was really into Bitcoin and said that they made money. And in the past 2 days, two different people were, um, if not promoting Bitcoin, then definitely were waving the Bitcoin flag. And then I looked to see someone's graph that said that Bitcoin was up 223% this year. It seems like you can't lose investing in Bitcoin. But I have not invested one red cent in Bitcoin. And you might ask me why, and I'm going to tell you the truth is I don't know why. One time I came up with a logical explanation, and I said, well, if you're a smart investor, you follow good investors, and I might follow like the words of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said he wouldn't invest in a company if he didn't understand the business model. And I, I guess I understand the business model, but I still haven't been given to invest in Bitcoin. You might ask why. Well, if you know me, and none of you do, the answer is because I'm just not given to do it. It's not that I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper and this is my to-do list and buying Bitcoin is one of the things on the list. No. When I say I'm not given, it's because whatever it is that is running my show, and it's not me, because I let go of control of my ego, you might say, and things still happen, words still come, but it's not, I didn't write out a long talk about this and then looking down at it, there's nothing here, just like a couch. So why would I be given to experience a couple more people on the Bitcoin wagon? I don't know. I thought I'd turn on the phone and talk and see if I get an answer, and I'm not getting a really good answer. It's just simply, I could have spent, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours going in the internet and trying to sign on to a Bitcoin place where you can buy it. Somebody yesterday said that there was some way you can mine Bitcoin using an app on your phone. Um, get rich quick schemes. What if it works? Don't you have to take a risk in order to get a return? Yes. Or is it just that whatever's running me, now that I let go of personal control over me, doesn't feel like it's necessary for me to make money in the Bitcoin market? Because there's never a why, there's never any indication that you're going to, you know, win an enormous lottery or someone's going to show up who's very wealthy who's going to ask me to marry them. All of these, no, no, no. There's no answer. It's simply, I haven't been given to invest in these things. Should you invest in Bitcoin or a clone of Bitcoin or mine Bitcoin using your phone app? I'm not going to tell you to. 223% return in 1 year sounds fantastic. What's the catch? I mean, 223%? I mean, you can't afford $1,000 to throw into it? It's only $1,000. I mean, anybody can get $1,000 together. 223%. You would have made $1,300 this year on your $1,000. Seriously, that's unbelievable return. And I mean, Bitcoin's gone up and down, but it's mostly gone up, hasn't it? They keep making these other clones of Bitcoin or running on mining for it, the same kind of blockchain thing. And it's been around a long time. It hasn't disappeared. These kind of cryptocurrencies. Do they have like long-term staying potential? I think as long as they're showing a return of 223% a year, people are definitely going to be looking at them. Just because there's is there an inherent value in Bitcoin? I mean, there's inherent value in gold. Well, I mean, you could melt down your gold bullion and you could make like gold wiring for computer parts or something. What are the uses for gold? Jewelry? It's a very good electrical conductor and it can be hammered very thin, so you can put gold on, a fancy book, give it gold leaf. But, every day other than, wearing something gold and maybe it looks pretty on your skin or something, gold really doesn't have a lot of intrinsic value because it's really useless. It really is. I mean, other than a few of these things that I've told you about, big market for gold rings, I suppose, worldwide. 8 billion people, and I don't know, wedding rings for, I don't know, what percentage of people get married on planet Earth? Let's go with 70%. 50%? That's still 4 billion rings, or 8 billion rings for 2 people. Whatever you want to make it out to, that's a lot of gold. And, the demand for gold rings and gold jewelry has been steady for thousands of years. Sounds like a good thing to invest in because people use it for jewelry. That's your intrinsic value of gold. People buy it for jewelry, and there's a few, mostly jewelry. That's vast amounts of gold in India locked up in people's personal jewelry. You get married and you get... Anyway, the point of it is, gold in and of itself, it has some functions. But I mean, if you're going to take Fort Knox worth of gold, I mean, it just sits there. The bullion just sits there. It doesn't do anything. So value to you as a human being, really. What other investments? Well, there's real estate. And what is well, pretty much goes up in nominal dollar value. But if you take inflation into account, is it beating inflation? Other investment? I think it does. Other investments, your stock market? What's the point of it all? The whole point of it is, what exactly is Bitcoin? It's a very weird story about crypto, whatever that thing is, mining. They're not giving me the words because Brant's here and he's fucking with me. If you know Brant, he's a shit demon. gets involved with me for stupid reasons, mostly because he's a shit demon. But I can't give you the words about what I was talking about with Bitcoin because Brant is here. The point of me talking about Bitcoin was to see if there was some reason why I wasn't buying it, but it turns out the main reason that I'm not getting involved in Bitcoin is just because. Why is Brant a shit demon? I can't say just because. Brant is a shit demon because he's a control freak. And mostly because he can't control himself, he tries to control others. Is there something we can learn about the Brants when it comes to investments? No. Anyways, I was still trying to get a reason for why I'm not buying something that I could have made a lot of money at. Maybe it's because it just doesn't seem like... I mean, I could go out and I could collect dog poop and plastic bags. I could just go up and down the trails where people walk their dogs. Every time the dog poops, I could just ask the owner, once you're, picked up that dog poop, can you give me the plastic bag of dog poop? And then I'm going to open up an investment business, and I'm going to tell people, I've got this pre-bagged virgin dog poop. I do, and I'm collecting a lot of it, and I'm going to let you invest in this dog poop. And if we get enough people buying my dog poop, then the price of your dog poop is going to go up, and so is mine. We're going to keep attracting new people, never heard of dog poop as an investment before. And we're going to go over social media, and we're going to make personal phone calls. We might get billboards and commercials. I haven't seen commercials for Bitcoin, but you could do all this stuff. And dog poop is the investment of the century because, you're in on the ground floor. No one else has thought about dog poop. And this is the way I feel about Bitcoin. What's the difference between a Bitcoin and a piece of dog poop? Nothing. It takes a lot of electrical energy to do Bitcoin mining. Electrical energy that could be used for something productive. I mean, that's an awful lot of energy for these Bitcoin mine things. And I look at it and I say, maybe if you're using nuclear power to power these Bitcoin mining machines, then, you've got nuclear pollution, or maybe it's a gas-fired or coal-fired power plant. You're creating an awful lot of pollution for this game called Bitcoin, which produces nothing of value. Nothing. Nothing of value. It just burns through electricity like crazy. And some people have convinced the population that this is as good as a bond from the Morgan Stanley Bank. Sucker born every minute, and there's 8 billion suckers on this planet. So I just got to get them convinced that dog poop is going to go up in value. And next thing you know, I'm sitting pretty.